Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Jonta, and today I'm gonna be talking about my entanglement with light skins. Now, if you don't know what a light skin is, I'm just give you a short definition. Now, when we hear the word light skin, thousands different memes, but mainly people stereotype them as people who are soft and always be in their feelings, but they look good. For example, people like Beyonce, Rihanna, Zendaya, Chris Brown, Kelly Oubre Jr. Now the list goes on and on and on. But in reality, light skins are just black people with lighter than black and darker than white skin, pretty much. But on the internet, they're different breeds, and people had different types of meaning to it, just like the word drip. So today I want to focus on light-skinned girls. They can be ruthless, heartless, toxic, and most of all, a fucking So now this story starts with a young Jonta. Moved into a new neighborhood. He had like 10 girls in his back pocket. He had all the swag and all that stuff. Since it was middle school, we don't say swag. So, he was cool in it. He had all the... Okay, I'm lying. I didn't lie about one thing, though. I did move into this new neighborhood, and I didn't really know anybody for like 2 or so years. And fun fact, I actually did explain this story before, titled I Turned My Ex Into a Thought, Then Caught Her Giving Head. Now, I did that story like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. And that story, I explained it really bad. And I called the girl in the video Pikachu. We're not going to talk about it, dark times. So I'm going to give a quick recap of this story. And I said the traits of a light-skinned girl could be ruthless, heartless, and toxic. So I would say this girl was sort of ruthless and slash like kind of hoeing around. I would say, sorry kids, cover your ears, but it's the truth. I'm sorry, I had to say it. So a quick recap of the story is I moved into this new school, didn't know anybody, and we're gonna call this girl Jada for obvious reasons. Everybody knew Jada in the school somehow, and I always would get approached by other people. And people just, hey, do you know who Jada is? And I'll just be like, no, and just leave. That's it. Like, what? Each and every day it was, do you know who Jada is? Do you know who Jada is? It was even some guys approaching me, hey, do you know who Jada is? I'm like, no, who is this girl? So eventually somebody told me a little bit more information and said, yeah, Jada really likes you. She thinks you're cute, this and that, and forth. And I was like, oh, okay. It was kind of interesting because it's funny and interesting because she was like right next to the girl who told me a little bit more information on who Jada was. So one day, Jada and her best friend approached me and was just blunt and just said, this is Jada, she likes you, do you want to go out with her? And I was just kind of like stuck between a wall, and I just said, I guess. I should never have been so nice. I just said no because I didn't have no interest in her. She didn't look bad, but it was just I didn't have no interest in her. Didn't know anything about you, but I just said, I guess. And it was a terrible mistake because that relationship was just awkward and we didn't even do anything. It was terrible. But she was a light skin and she didn't look that bad like I said before it. So I think that did something to me in the back of my head, but I'll explain that a little bit later. So our relationship ended off really bad. Just to make this story short, one day, since I believe the whole past month or a couple weeks throughout, it was like starting my whole entire like middle school year, we didn't really like do anything as a couple. So her best friend tried to help us out, and one day she was like, walk her to her bus, and I was like fine with that. I was going along with everything. I wasn't trying to be an asshole or any of that other sort. So when we were walking to the bus, I know that each bus was pulling off, and I was trying to go home, and I did not know where her bus was. They didn't tell me no information. I'm constantly getting told stuff with just one word answers, and it's like I had to go along with it. So I saw my bus, we getting close to passing it, and I don't know where her bus is, but we're about to pass my bus, and I know I did not want to miss that bus because I saw some buses start moving off. So what I did is I pretty much dipped and hurried up and ran to my bus. So yeah, I left her hanging. I know that was a little bit heartless to me, or whatever you want to call it, but I was in middle school. It happens. Then after we broke up, we just decided to be friends, but she just transformed into a ruthless, how can I say this in the most respectful way? Whore. Yeah. So after that, it was like she dated everybody I knew. No, scratch that. Everybody in my damn grade, she just dated, and I heard that she did this, that. And I'm just thinking to myself, holy, did I do this to her? Did I make her like transform into this beast that we know of now that just doesn't even care about what she does or what she do? You know, it was just all bad. So I was thinking she turned to ruthless. And to end the story, yeah, I kind of caught her being a glizzy gladiator to the 8th grader. If you want to go watch that, go ahead. So with this next girl, we're gonna call her KK, and this is where the heartless comes in. So with KK, next year, I don't know what did it. I guess that relationship did something to me mentally because I fell in love with Lightskins, and I could not get enough of them. I don't know what it was, but I was so attracted to this girl KK, but she was always in a relationship, and I think it was a heartless relationship because they were always on and off, and it was just really bad. So I will always try to do something, but it was kind of hard to because, you know, she was in that relationship and she was already in love with that person. Plus the dude was built like Josiah Jackson, and he was like in 5th grade while we were almost done with middle school. So it was like, yeah, and he was light skinned, didn't even try it. So I kind of just gave up on that. Oh well, all I felt was pain. I had to give up. And actually, it was good that I did forget about her because I know later on, most of her relationships, she got cheated on or she cheated on with somebody else. And all her relationships, they always broke up with her. So yeah, that says something. But with next year in high school, I was still in love with my light-skinned girls and always felt googly eyes for them. So in high school, people's bodies started to develop. People's were dangerously horny. And especially me. And this is where everybody is starting to have boyfriend, girlfriends, you know, all that lovey-gushy, gooby-goober type stuff. So I was still on my quest to find the perfect light-skinned girl for me. I just wanted some love, man. I was tired of being lonely. So then I got to meet a interesting fucking let me relax. Light-skinned girl. And we're gonna call her Janasia. So since that's like kind of a basic, I think, light-skinned girl name. So with her, it was that I had like lots of classes with her. So it was like, you know what? Why not try to have a conversation with her? You know, why not at least try? You know, because you'll live that regret of not trying. But all in all, it was a simple conversation at first. You know, hey, how are you? What's your name? Oh yeah, Facebook, because this is the time where Facebook was, yeah, you got a Facebook? I'm gonna add you on Facebook. I'll talk to you later. Okay, I'll just DM you later, trying to flirt with you and stuff like that. But this is where I was talking about where females, they like to, well, light-skinned females especially, they like to play the flirt game and tease you. They're masters of teasers, and they just will not do anything with you, but they would just tease. So it wouldn't even matter if you talk to a light-skinned girl. But just keep the story short, I was trying to flirt with her, trying to get with her, and this bitch was toxic. She loved drama, and the moral of the story is I just got exposed by her, like, terribly with her friends, and all I want to say is fuck light-skinned girls. I'm moving on to Asians.
King in the mirror, but when I see myself in the future, my vision couldn't be clearer. I'm a dream chaser, risk taker.